Hi guys, Nesty here. Welcome back to another video. Today we have a review of the Phibians. It's our new Rebirth monster this month. And yeah, why not show you what I think of them. Let's start with the fire one. Where do we have him? Not that I'm missing him. There. So the Fire Phibian is an attacker. Stat-wise, he's okay. He's not that strong, but it's totally fine. 30k HP and 1.7k defense, it's okay with such a high attack. Skill-wise, has a 60% defense down for 2 turns and an 80% chance for 2-turn blind, plus the attack lead in clan battles. With books, he's getting 20% of the defense down, means he will be at 80%, which is really good. I'm not totally sure about this Phibian. I never used him myself because I personally think it's better to either go double defense down with the Candling or the Fire Yuki, or go double attack down with, like, for example, the Squirrus. After that, there are debuffers like Fire Nasa, Fire Odin that I personally prefer more because I have 2 fire words. But overall, the fire one is really good. Like 80% and 80%, 2 useful debuffs at least for Titans. Obviously, you can use them on CVC or stuff like that as well. And he has a really good leader skill for this. So overall, I think the fire one is good. I don't know if he has a space. For some, for sure. For me, not. The water one. Let's see where the water one is. There. Stat-wise, in my opinion, that's really low defense, I have to say. Really low attack. Yes, he has extremely high HP, but he's lacking everything else. He has no attack and no defense. So, it's not the best. Skill-wise, I think skill-wise he's totally fine. He has the 20% HP heal, which on a tank obviously is nice. Like I said, it's a bit low defense, so he will take some damage, but at least he can heal against that. Means you can use him as a damage absorber. For example, I think he's good enough as a damage absorber in CVC. Booked, he will get 5% effectiveness and a 10% proc increase, means 100% chance to restore 25% of own HP or 1/4. That's totally fine in my opinion. Like I said, as a damage absorber, he's totally fine. Has a useful active in my opinion for CVC, and has the leader skill for CVC. So I think if you are a newer player, you really can go for a water one. He will absorb a lot of damage. For example, if your opponent is using like 2 or maybe even 3 wood monsters, he's perfect. Like, he will absorb a lot and he will be annoying with the stun, plus he has the lead. So for people that are playing for some time, I think he's not strong enough. But for newer players, or let's say mid-game players even, he's totally fine. So might be a monster you want to go for if you are missing some monsters for CVC. Obviously, CVC shouldn't be your most important goal where you should build monsters for. But who knows, if you are trying to rebirth for the LD ones and you're unlucky, for example, have lots of Phibians, you can go for the water one, why not? The wood one. Where is the wood one? There. I think the wood one is the best out of the 3 normal elements. He has the 80% chance to defense down for 1 turn and the 60% chance to defense down for 2 turns, obviously plus the leader skill. It's not that good, but with books, he's getting 1 more turn for the passive and 10% activation rate or proc rate for the active, means 80% chance for 2 turns, 70% chance for 2 turns. Perfect for Titans. I mean, which monster is better than the Phibian? Only a Wukong. And this is a 3-star monster that you basically get for free. So if you are going for Titan lineups, this is your choice. He's really strong there. Like, I'm using one as well, like most people using them for a Titan lineup. So I think the wood one, stat wise, obviously you can see he's okay, but nothing special as well, but it's fine. Totally fine in my opinion. Like, yeah, he's the choice for me. If you really don't know which one you should go for, it's the wood one. Let's say for fire, where was the fire one? So that you have some ideas how to jam them. There's the fire one. If you are using him for Titans, even with that high attack, you don't want to go for attack, or you're using him as an attacker, then you can obviously go for attack, but I don't suggest it. So I would go for HP defense as a Titan monster. Obviously you can use them on other content, or if you're a newer player, you can even use them as an attacker for Titans, which obviously can be used in different content as well. For that, I would go attack, HP. For the water one, obviously his only reason, or his only goal, is to take as much damage as possible. That means that, in my opinion, you should go for HP defense. This is the build that gives you the most effective HP, even with that low defense. The percent one is still a good amount stronger. So I would go for HP defense. For the wood one, exactly the same, HP defense. The light one, I honestly can't remember the skill set of the light one. Where is it? Phibian there. Stat wise, he's much stronger. You can see he's a defender, has acceptable HP for that much defense, and even the attack stat is not bad with 2.4k attack. Then he has the seal and the stun. Both are skills, in my opinion, that are really good at the moment. The seal is really strong against all these aggression monsters, and the stun in general is not bad. Yes, it's only a 1 turn and the stun rate is not that high, but as a utility monster, he's totally fine. Like, he's able to absorb the damage of those dark monsters. You will often face dark monsters. Has the seal to, yeah, kill the whole damage of most dark monsters, like the aggression ones, Bury, Miho, Cupid, whatever. And has a stun, which is really not bad, plus the really good leader skill. Book-wise, he gets 10% and 10%, which means he will end up at 80% and 80%. And that's totally fine in my opinion. As a newer player or a mid-game player, he will really help you to win those CVC fights, because you can really render monsters completely useless with the seal. You have the stun against opponents that probably don't have such a high resistance, and you already have a leader, so he'll be able to absorb damage, have a really good utility, and will most likely be really annoying. So yeah, I think for the arena he's not strong enough. There are better monsters, and obviously for arena the people are using their strongest monsters, means they have the best gems. So normally the monsters in arena have a higher resistance than the CVC defenses. So for CVC he's really good. You can use him obviously on different content as well. Like you will be able to seal a lot of stuff in TOC, for example. And yeah, gem wise I would either go HP defense again, because this gives you the most effective HP, or go for a mixed build like HP attack defense. Like that you will still hold a lot of damage, but still is able to deal some damage as well. So either of those, but overall the light one is decent. And the dark one. Where do we have the dark one? There. In my opinion, the dark one is the strongest out of them. Maybe the wood one, but the dark one is really strong as well. Stat wise, you can see he's really fine. 32k HP and both over 2500 in attack and defense, which means as a balanced monster it gives you a lot of different gem builds. Skill wise, he has the battle rush on crit, like 20% HP and SP heal. That means he's healing himself, he's using his active faster, and has the adrenaline on his active, like a heal based on his own max HP. So I think there are a lot of different builds that you can go for. Obviously we need the crit rate, so one gem should be a crit rate gem. If you can get the crit rate without a crit rate main stat gem, perfect, but most of you won't. So I would suggest you to go at least for a crit rate gem, and then the other two can be different. You can, for example, go double HP. Like that you have a lot of effective HP, but the heal is still very high. You can go for HP defense. I wouldn't suggest that. I think double HP is better because of the heal and that stuff. You can go for 1 HP, 1 attack. Like you can see his attack is really high. With the books he's getting even more damage. Like it's 30% on the active and 25% on the passive. That's really nice on a dark monster. So it's perfectly fine if you're going for HP crit rate attack. So you will deal damage, heal yourself and all that stuff. But overall I think dark is the one that you can make the most use of. So if I would have to rank them, I would say the best is either the wood or the dark one, followed by the other one. Then comes the light one. And then I think they are equal to each other, the water and the fire one. Both have uses, but both have monsters that are superior to them. Like the water one is good for CVC defenses, or not defenses, let's say for offense as a damage absorb. The fire one is good for titans, you can use them on other content because of his high attack stat. And yeah, in general I think all 5 of them can be used. It's not that there is a useless one. But if I would rank them, like I said, wood is extremely strong for titans. the Dark one in general is really strong overall, in my opinion. He can be used for a lot of content, mostly used in CVC and Arena. Maybe not strong enough anymore for the Arena, because those aggression monsters really hit hard and have a lot of HP. But I think he's totally fine. I'm using 2 of them, one in my CVC defense and one in my CVC offense. The light one is really strong. Obviously, CVC really decent. Can be used in the arena, but I think there are superior monsters. And fire and water one can be used as well. So, for most people, this is a really decent rebirth in general. And you really should go for the Phibians. If you have any more questions, just write it in the comments and I will answer. So I hope this helped you, and see you soon, guys. Ciao.